Hey, tap into the out of this world story from our space. Why are we not tossing cheaters out back like the dogs that they are? How do we decide what's salvageable and what isn't? When do we start respecting ourselves? Today on our space, we heard of some dirty dogs that belong in the doghouse. Up first, you should never feel second best. Just found out, big vacation in 9 days. Help! I found out yesterday my husband, 38 male, has been cheating on me, 35 female, with a coworker for 8 months. She is, of course, 25, young, blonde, hot, and is in love with him. He loves her as well. We've been together for 18 years and have 2 kids, 9 and 6. I am pissed, wrecked, angry, sad, feeling like it's my fault, devastated, all of the feelings. I initially told him to get out, but as it was one of 2 times he would see the kids this week, I locked myself in a room and let him stay. I'm going back and forth on what to do in the future if he actually stays like he now says he wants to. I know that is wrong. I'm already second choice and have been. I know I should respect myself more than this. But the advice I need. In 9 days, we have our annual Thanksgiving week camping trip with my parents and brother and his family. My children would be destroyed if their dad wasn't there. He's the best part of the trip for them. Do I allow him to come? I feel like I can't tell my family yet because it will destroy them and create a horrible environment for the kids. Do I just suck it up and pretend like life is fine and die inside the entire time? Do I not let him go because I hate him and he's garbage, but I love him? This trip honestly is the highlight of the year for the kids. I'm too new at this to know what to do here. Also, if he is kicked out before then, the kids will need to be told. Do you live in separate rooms until I've decided what to do with this trip in my future? Crazy Cat Lady Forever says, first of all, I'm sorry that you've had to join us here. I know that the hurt must be incredible and the decisions that come now are extremely hard. On to your problem. How did you find out? I think that should be part of your decision process too. Realistically, you know what you can endure, and if you're willing to let him get away with this for a while longer, basically, he doesn't have to face any consequence for it now. His life hasn't changed. Is he still working with her? Since it's only been a day, I'm sure he is. Then, you can bet they're still having inappropriate contact, even if it's not physical. I would not let him come, no. One of my concerns being that next month is Christmas. What then? What will the next reason to postpone the separation? What happens after Christmas? Will one of the kids have a birthday? Easter? Point being, there will always be some event that will make it hard to separate and tell the kids. Although you could say he had an unexpected work trip and tell them after the vacation. Second, what has he done or offered to do so far to make a reconciliation possible? Has it all been lip service or was there action? Has he quit his job yet? Is he looking for individual counseling? Are you looking at marriage counseling? Does he show real remorse? Or just guilt for getting caught and not coming clean sooner? Third reason for him not coming. I think you underestimate how perceptive most kids are, even small ones. I knew at 4 years old that my parents had issues, and it's honestly stayed with me throughout my life. Not as bad anymore, but my dating life is definitely a reflection of what I grew up with. Finally, he needs to see that his actions have real-life consequences. He is the one that made the choice to step out on your family, so he is responsible for not getting to act like a happy family anymore, because that's not what you are. He alone is the reason for the hurt, and he's already caused, and the hurt that lies ahead for you and the kids. He should get used to not being the great man he wants everyone to think he is. Tell your family, don't protect him and suffer in silence. You need all the support you can get, because your original support system, your husband, has now fallen away. And even if it's tough to hear, yes, you and the kids are second choice right now. Is he staying because of you and the kids, or because of comfort and image? Again, the kids will notice that mom and dad aren't happy, and it will influence what they see as acceptable behavior and relationships. He says he loves her. That doesn't go away overnight. Don't torture yourself. Set clear boundaries and don't make decisions for a possible reconciliation under pressure, be it time or certain responsibilities. Take a step away, breathe, spend time alone with your family during that trip, and then check in with yourself if you can see reconciliation in your future. Make sure to set boundaries for when you're away. If he has to go full no contact with a bear partner, then there's no reason for reconciliation because he's chosen her again. ETAK No says, others may have different opinions, but you need to prioritize yourself first. If you don't want him there, tell him not to go. He can make excuses, but don't let him blame you for it. It may sound selfish and the trip might be the last time you're going out as a family, but you need to think of yourself too. If his kids are disappointed he's not coming, that's on him. He destroyed the family. He should accept the consequences of his actions. M Tobacco 31 says, why would you keep a secret for him? None of this is on you, it's all on him. By not saying anything and putting your comfort last, you're putting him on a pedestal. When I was cheated on, I let everyone who asked know exactly what happened. I don't understand protecting a person who crapped on my heart. Just do not be the person that makes every conversation about the situation. The house of cards is falling. There's no reason to try to keep it up any longer. TN Sugar Cookie says he's in love. It's over. It's a no for him to go on the trip. He doesn't have to know. Go to lawyer. Get financials in order. STI testing. Co-parenting app. No contact otherwise. File. You shouldn't have to sacrifice your peace of mind for him. Your kids will get over it if he's not there. He needs to be punished for what he did. And he doesn't deserve to stay with the family. He made his choices and now he has to suffer the consequences. By letting him come, that means you're sort of letting him get away with what he did and how he's been treating you and the family. By cheating, he's saying he doesn't give a crap about his family, including his kids. He's just throwing it all away. Now is the time to stick up for yourself and respect yourself. Create those boundaries and show people how you should be treated. You deserve the best. You don't deserve to be second best. Update. He's not coming with us on the trip. We are done. The family will all know. Thanks everyone for all the great advice. A few questions that were asked. He was the one to tell me they were in love. He told me immediately he wanted me and to work things out, but then later said if I can't have you, I pick her over being alone. He also never offered to end things right away. So at the time of posting the original post, I told him to do whatever he wanted to do for himself. I could never see myself getting past this. After talking all day, I fell asleep for 2 hours. I woke up and we start talking again. I asked him if he's talked to her. He swears no. I can tell he's lying right away. He told me, have my phone, message her, that's fine, I don't care. Blah, blah, blah. Kept offering. He knew I was serious about us being done and started backtracking. Well, maybe it's not love. Maybe it is just the new infatuation. On and on. I take his phone and pull up a new message because obviously he's deleted their conversation again and text her, hey. She immediately starts asking how the rest of the night go. Did you end up telling her more? So I answered like I'm him. She keeps just answering, saying all this crap. This was not my proudest moment. They both had to work last night. He said he had to break up with her in person to make sure she doesn't freak out and cost him his job. And he loved her and owed her that much, but no matter what, he was ending it with her and would spend years hoping for another chance and going to counseling. I ask him again. She's telling me everything right now. Last shot, let's hear the rest. He finally tells me more, but no way I think that's all. He was sitting there looking panicked while I messaged her. No doubt in my mind now, 100%, it's over. I knew when he wouldn't call and end it right away. When I confronted him, he never would. I had him pack a bag. He was going to stay at his mom's after work. He called the affair partner the second he left the house. They had conversations about it all while working. She left work early because she was too upset to be there, and the plan was he would come to her house and they would talk. I asked him to let me know if he was staying there that night so I'd have that knowledge when I'm talking to my family today. He agrees and spends 2 hours on the phone with me after work until finally I said, enough, go talk to her. He never came home. He didn't go to his mom's. His mom came to pick up the kids this morning so I could talk to my family, and she couldn't believe he wasn't there. I've heard nothing from him since last night. It's hard to spend so much time stressing over if they are with the affair partner to a day later, knowing for sure, and now it's none of my business. My parents had an unexpected emergency today, so I couldn't tell them. If he comes back here and sits with the kids, I guess Monday night I tell them. The kids asked where he was this morning, and I said, I don't know. We'll have to ask him later. The plan was he would move into another room while we told the kids, figured out roles, temporary finances, custody. Now that he stayed with her, I don't think I can have him here if he even comes back. He's ghosting us, so now I have to tell the kids on my own. I have not reached out to him all day other than to ask when he will be available to talk to them. Appropriate Play 7476 has an opinion. Cheaters are cowards and your husband's behavior is not surprising. He does not have the balls to face the consequences of his disgusting actions. Do not let him shy away from doing the honor of telling the kids. How long does he plan to hide away under a fair partner's skirt? At some point, her panties will start to stink and he needs to get out of there. You should not be the one to face the music. He should. Wait for him to talk to them. The OP replies, yes. He finally called and supposedly will be by tomorrow morning sometime for us to tell the kids. When I asked him to think about specific times he would be by to see them, he's going to live with her on an hour away, I guess. We live across the street from their school and he is only off Tuesdays and Thursday nights. He's sort of panicking, begging me to take him back. Not sure why this time it sunk in about the kids when I've pointed out before about his availability. I'm sure now that he's living with her, he will suddenly be able to change his schedule. The OB has some more to add. He called his mom all, and she is not on his team. She said I'll never meet her. She will never be welcome around me. I reminded her they could have kids and things will change, but the family aspect on his side? Yeah, they will shun them. His work gets to remain a dirty little secret because he needs the job. I mean, I don't think he was really broken. This seems completely out of character for the past 18 years, or he's just an excellent liar and wanted to get caught this time because it is true love. So now I'm bad guy ending it and make him leave, taking his choice to be here with us away. The kids are our priority. He just called me, finally on his way to work. He said he will be by tomorrow so we can tell the kids. After telling me he's going back there tonight, he was begging me to let him live there still. He's delusional. I'm not. Lawyering up. If he's ghosting you, he's made his decision. He doesn't deserve to come home. He's dug his own grave. I'm sorry you have to deal with this, OP. What are your thoughts? What should OP do? Up next, what do we do when your partner gives someone else your birthday sex? D-Day number 2. Crushed. 8 months ago, I found out about my husband's affair. I asked him over the course of months if there was anything else I should know. He wanted couple therapy. We were doing okay. A couple days ago, I decided to message the affair partner. She had no clue I existed. She was actually very kind, but then she asked if he only mentioned her, and asked if she could send screenshots that suggested it wasn't just her. And it wasn't. I came home from work, looked him in the eye and said, "Tell me everything I need to know about blank." He denied. I read a screenshot. He said it was all talk. I stormed off. A few minutes later, he came in and confessed everything. Countless women, one-night stands, one girl he slept with so many times he lost track, staying away from his friends on boys' trips, finding couples on here, bringing women to his parents' house, trying to sleep with someone on my birthday. I had the affair partner send me a screen recording of all their messages. I don't know who I married. I lost it. We drove to his parents' house, made him tell them. Then I made him tell my parents. I told our friends. No coming back from this. I feel so lost. He did this for 2 years. I know at some point I will be okay, but we were supposed to try for kids this year. I had that taken away from me. I'm mourning everything I thought I had or will have. Our first reaction comes from Chris to deliver me. That's crazy. I'm so sorry, OP. I'm surprised he went with you to your parents' house. I've been there bringing my ex to my parents' house. Right off the bat, the mom defended her asking what I did wrong to make her do this. This almost fractured the mom and dad's marriage. I love them both very much, but it was hard being on the other side of a very close-knit family. As of now, my whole life crumbled. Hers is fine, and her parents have all but forgot. Her dad left her wedding photo up in their living room. I can't imagine what she thinks when she goes there to drop off our kids. First Home Help chimes in. Oh my goodness, he is awful. They never tell the whole story and let us get in deeper so they can try to force us to stay in the bad situation. I hate this for you. It's definitely over. He doesn't care about you. He only cares about himself. Wow, I can't imagine all the effort and lying this took. DOP replies, a huge web of lies. All this time. At this point, I think he had more sex with strangers than me, and unprotected. I'm so sorry, OP. That's not easy, but it's definitely a blessing. You don't want a kid with a scumbag like that. Thank goodness you found out when you did and not when you were about to have a child with this person. On top of that, I can't believe he had the guts to say, it's all talk, even after the screenshots. What the heck was this person trying to prove? And trying to sleep with someone on your birthday? Had the cheating continued while you were in couples therapy? Moreover, I'm a little shocked that affair partner was so kind and willing to throw him under the bus. You don't always get that. What do you think of couples therapy? Would you do it? Have you tried it? Our last OP wasn't invited to this party for 2. Wife of 3 years cheated on me while I was at work. Spouse, 27 female, and I, 28 male, bought our first house together September of 2021. We moved in hour north from where we were staying to be closer to her parents. I liked the area, so I actually suggested it. She wasn't working because she was type 1 diabetic and terrified of getting a Rona. So I was able to provide for her for a couple of years comfortably at the old house. We were renting from my family, who was charging us $400 a month for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. When we were discussing buying this house, I asked her to get a job and help me out a little with groceries and utilities. She agreed. Fast forward a year and she finally gets a job at Albertsons. At this point, I've depleted my savings so much. She meets this guy in orientation that put his 2 weeks in the same day. We'll call him Logan. Wife is working a couple days a week and is liking what she's doing. She's meeting coworkers and whatnot. She gets invited to a party a coworker is throwing. She ends up staying at home because there was drama at the party, but ends up offering our house for the party location. I'm not working a 24-hour shift on an ambulance. Logan is the only one who shows up. They eventually have sex that night and continue this affair for a month and a half until I get suspicious and look to her phone. All of it was right there. When I confronted her, she said she's not been happy for some time now and isn't sure if she even wants to stay. I'm angry at the fact that I provided for her for 3 years, not once asking for help, and as soon as I do, she decides she's not happy and decides to cheat with a loser bagger from the grocery store. I guess I'm not really looking for advice. I'm just trying to vent my frustrations. Thank you guys for the read. The community has some reactions to the OP's frustrations. Ned Ant D09 says, "How did your child find out?" The OP responds, "When she was at her grandparents' house, wife is currently staying there after our argument, she wanted to use her mother's phone to order something to eat. She is seen as suspicious notification and found the messages. My daughter took many photos and screenshots, airdropped them to herself, and deleted anything that would make her mom suspicious towards her. I plan on going to her emails and seeing if anything else is in there." My doctor, who adds, "Your eldest daughter finding out will complicate an effort to reconcile the future. Please protect your daughter from manipulation and retaliation from your wife when she finds out that your daughter is the one that provided proof of her cheating. Time to speak to a lawyer to discuss what will happen if you decide to split up. IRPI if you really want proof of your wife cheating." Red Crane Lives says, "Have a sneaky suspicion when she realizes Bagger Boy can't support her. She will have a drastic change of heart. Be prepared for her to love bomb you when she does. She's showing you who she really is. You're young. Move on and find a partner. Raising a family is hard enough without your significant other being another child to take care of." Revolutionary Hat 688 says, "This, for God's sake, don't make the mistake of taking her back." Joe Smith 01 says, "That wasn't a party. She invited Logan over knowing you would not be home, so yeah, she's been thinking about this for a while. Looking forward to hearing how you packed her bags and dropped her off at Logan's house." New ID Guy 77 says, "You, first responder who supports his wife and works a 24-hour shifts to save people's lives. The fair partner, grocery boy who flirts with other men's wives and works 8-hour shifts to save customers 29 cents on a can of corn. Your wife chose the second option, so why stay with her? Good luck, OP, and thanks for doing what you do." What an absolute leech. Of course she was enjoying her job finally, her ego, and whatever else was getting stroked. The whole party situation sounds fishy anyways, as if there wasn't really ever a formal party planned, more like a party for two in your own house and your wife just happens to be dessert. It's disgusting that she totally leached off of you for all those years, and after all of that, she's treated you like absolute garbage. Ah well, travel like a sack of potatoes. Let her pretend to be happy with the next guy who just happens to be the local grocer bad boy. There's no way Logan would ever live up to the man that you are. I'm sorry, OP. You deserve better. Thank you for joining us today on Our Space. Like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. We hate for you to miss out. If you want to listen to more stories from me, check out our lounge, where I feature a larger variety of non-cheating related stories. See you there.